America, we have already chronicled who we think is the GOAT kicker and the GOAT kick returner. So now we're going to the big uglies, the folks up front. Who's on the line of scrimmage where the violence is happening every single play in the National Football League? And we're going to start off right there over center on the defensive side of the ball because that's what wins championships in America, defense. And we're going to get into the run stuffers. And some of these guys also double as sack masters. We talking about defensive tackle. So my question to my brothers is, who is the GOAT defensive tackle? JoJo, I'll start with you.
So the Niner in me
Uh-oh.
wanted to go Dana Stubblefield,
Ooh, Dana Stubblefield.
Brian Young,
Brian Young. These some great names. Great names.
uh, of course Warren Sapp popped up, but nah, I gotta go with John Randall, man,
Okay.
Hall
Like
of
that.
Famer.
Uh-huh.
And when I just looked at the sacks list, he's tied at 10, but he's the only defensive tackle in the top 10.
Uh-huh.
The only. Um, and when he played, man, he terrorized the QB. He terrorized the line. You know, he used to like to have a little, what is it, like the little military, uh, up under the eyes, man. And you know how you had those players where you say, man, this guy plays like he's off his rocker.
He played a little crazy.
And that was John Randall, man.
As a Packer fan, I had to deal with him. He played a little
Yeah, yeah,
crazy.
yeah. That was John Randall.
Mhm.
So, uh, played 14 years. He played crazy 14 years. And he had 137 and a half sacks, man. And again, like I said, the only defensive tackle in the top 10 in sacks. And we know that D tackles don't really get that many sacks to begin with. They kind of trying to stuff the middle. You know what I mean? Keep those linemen off their linebackers so their linebackers can. So man, to do that, impressive career. I can see why he's a Hall of Famer. So that is my GOAT defensive tackle.
Okay. That's respectable. Even though he was a Viking, I gotta respect that. T, who you got as the GOAT defensive tackle, dog?
Are we counting Reggie?
I'm
Well,
considering him a DN, T.
Reggie's the DN.
DN.
Bruce Smith.
DN.
Yeah,
Wow.
They coming off that edge, T.
they're coming off the edge.
Wow. Um, John Randall looks great. But I might have to go old school, man. I might have to say Deacon Jones. I might have to say Deacon Jones.
He wasn't no DN. I thought he was DN as well.
You told me he was a D tackle. I
Mhm.
mean, the people can't make their mind up on this dude. I really do think they do a lot of interchanging when it comes to D tackle, DN. I really do.
Mm.
Because Jared Allen is like 100 plus, in terms of sacks, but they list him as a D tackle. I mean, so it's I just call them defensive linemen because they can blitz inside, they can blitz outside. Um, I really personally think it's Reggie. If I had to be one of those guys that was like, say with your chest, who is it? It's Reggie White. Reggie White was just disrespectful and respectful all at once, and that's what I love about Reggie White. Reggie White would tell you to praise the Lord, and then he will bull rush you for 4 quarters and treat you like a child. And I know that had to be off putting to somebody on that offensive line week after week. Um, Reggie White, man. I mean, that's my D tackle. If they want to consider him that, I don't know, because I could easily say Aaron Donald. I could say that today. and I feel like I'd be safe, but I don't think that's a safe pick. Truthfully, that's just not a safe pick.
Yeah.
I mean, because people challenge that. I mean, they treat Aaron Donald different.
You just said you feel like you'd be safe.
It would be safe because that's what America wants to hear. But it honestly, to me, it's Reggie White because that's who I take as he's a D lineman to me. He's a D tackle. I don't see him as an end guy.
With my Green Bay Packers, he was on that end and he was going
Well,
to
they had to put him on that end. They had to put him on that end.
But that's where he was.
That's what he
me.
do. I mean, you want me to say Vince Wilfork? I mean,
that's a defensive tackle.
You see what I'm saying? So, what we talking 3-4s?
That's a definite defensive tackle. Warren Sapp, definite defensive tackle.
You know what I'm saying? It's
that's a defensive tackle.
I don't think I think they're interchangeable. I really do. I really don't think those guys 10 years, 15 years ago are the same guys now. So they're all to me the same. But if you had to pin me to one, I would say Reggie. And I don't even care what the scheme is. It could be 5-2. It don't matter. Reggie gonna still eat.
Well, I'm gonna go with somebody who I was not gonna go with before we did this topic, before I did my research. A man,
Merlin Olsen,
another damn Viking, Alan Page.
Right.
My OGs ain't put me up on this man.
Heard of.
My OGs did not put me up on this man. My OGs did a terrible job.
He get it in.
This man won an MVP as a defensive tackle.
He did.
Not a defensive player of the year. He won the fucking NFL MVP.
Yep.
In 1971.
Yep.
As a defensive tackle. That's how crazy he went.
That's crazy.
Also, the devil is in the detail. And Joe, you right. For the official sack numbers, John Randall is the only guy in the top 10 as a defensive tackle. Okay. But we know that they weren't officially keeping sacks as a stat back in the gap.
Right.
So unofficially, Alan Page's sack numbers dwarf Randall or any other DT. This man unofficially had 173 career sacks.
Okay.
You got to remember, this is a time when they ain't even throwing the ball like that for real free. They rushing the ball.
Yeah.
And he still had 173 career sacks.
He did.
The man went dumb. He made 6 All-Pro teams. First team.
Yep.
So that's Aaron Donald type of shit. He had a year with he had 6 seasons of double-digit sacks, including a year in 1976 where he had 18. This is at DT. We got you 18 sacks. This motherfucker was incredible. 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards. And he went on to be a fucking judge. He was studying law in the damn locker room and then go out there and serve your offensive lineman up.
He did.
And get in your backfield.
He sure did.
He went on to be a part of the Minnesota Supreme Court. That's fucking crazy.
He did.
Like, and I never knew about this man until we did this segment. You know what I'm saying? In the research. Because I was prepared to say Aaron Donald or Warren Sapp. Because I know, again, Warren Sapp used to be in my division some kind of way. Tampa and the NFC Central at that time. That is not geographically aligned. But somehow my Green Bay Packers used to have to play against Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And we had to see Warren Sapp and Brett Favre, bitch ass. And I say bitch ass because he still owe Mississippi money.
Still owes money.
But we used to have to see him. So I used to see the havoc that he wreaked. Randall, like y'all said, went crazy.
He was crazy.
But I can't deny what I just learned about Alan Page. That's crazy. MVP.
Yeah.
The man won an MVP.
1971.
As a defensive tackle.
Yep.
So that's who we got, America. I got Alan Page. My brother Tim G. Jacob has slid Reggie White on over to
Reggie
DT.
White's in there, man. He that guy.
My brother JoJo got Randall from the Minnesota Vikings. Y'all chime in, tell us who y'all guys the GOAT defensive tackle. Get a big boy some love in that middle of that defense. On
One
that
belly.
line.
One
Get a
belly,
boy
two
some
mics.
love. Put
One
it on
belly,
something.
two mics.
My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me across all social media platforms. Like the videos and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit Statement Tees, LLC.com and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
Makes a statement.